Welcome back. Utah has a booming economy, but not everybody thinks that means their quality of life is better. Utahns from all over the state said their top concerns are air and water, quality of public schools, availability of green spaces, traffic, streetscapes, and this is the main concern, finding an affordable place to live.
It's an outcome of our success. We have more jobs, we have people. And so housing now is feeding that pinch, and the cost of housing is going up.
Governor Herbert says the state's looking at ways to keep housing affordable by working with home builders and local governments and look at zoning and other solutions. And we want to dig a little deeper into this new study by the Utah Foundation. Peter Reichard is the president of the foundation here with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What about this survey surprised you?
Well, I think we do this every few years, and the fact that the overall score that we apply based on the responses we get has actually gone down over the past 5 years, even as the economy has been improving.
And that's a little bit surprising, because usually, even on a national scene, we judge how we're doing by how the economy is.
That's right.
And then we decide who to vote for. But when the economy's tanked,
yeah,
we look at who we're going to vote for first.
Right.
So it's been really good here in Utah. Why are we concerned?
Well, it's a bit like the governor was saying. There are pains that go along with the growth. And in doing the survey, we also asked people, what are the things that you think could be improved? So between getting a sense of how they felt about various aspects of quality of life and asking them what they thought could make their quality of life better, the four things that came up was, number one, very clearly, was affordable housing.
Yeah.
Promoting affordable housing somehow. Addressing air quality. Improving streets and streetscapes and public spaces. And then finally, improving traffic.
So for the first time, you looked at personal quality of life,
yes,
which is a little bit different.
Right.
What did that show you?
Interesting. It's one of the key things we found was that financial security seems to be the real outlier, the thing that people are dissatisfied about in their personal lives.
That's interesting. And how about community? When you ask them their perception of their community,
yeah,
what are they saying?
Really, the number one issue was, in terms of the thing that stood out the most, was affordable housing there on community quality of life.
So as we head to an election year, the midterms, and then another presidential year 2 years from now, these are the kind of issues that you think will be in the debates and the stories moving forward, is now that we know, look, somebody's going to be for more affordable housing. I think everyone's for affordable housing, but are these the dividing points?
Well, I think these are part of the purpose of this survey is to give decision makers, whether in the public sector and the private sector, a sense of what people are concerned about and what are the issues that need to be addressed. So, but you know, there are some real interesting differences that you see depending on what somebody's background is.
Right. Let's talk about that, because a different background gave you different answers,
yeah,
for sure.
One of the most striking findings, a big gap about in terms of community quality of life attitudes, between the religiously affiliated had a much higher overall feeling about their quality of life than the non-religiously affiliated. And in fact, of the 20 aspects that we looked at, 19 of them for the religiously affiliated, they felt better about those things. And also they felt better in the personal community quality of life
questions. That's probably not surprising, right?
Well, it is an interesting fact, and the fact that the gap was that big. Income was another factor that it's not surprising. If you probably feel better about things if you have a little
sure,
more change in your pocket. But so yeah, it was that gap in the community quality of life. The one thing where we didn't see a difference was in traffic. It seems like that nobody likes traffic.
No, and there's plenty of it. And then construction's the next thing that would be on my list. But we got to go through the construction to have better roads to get through the traffic. Peter Reichard from the Utah Foundation, thank you for your insights and for your survey. Appreciate that.